All right, 46% done, 7 tiers down, so we're about halfway point. So of course in tier 8 we get to collect the 50% completion reward of 15 gold. All right, so we just need 2 gold trophies in tier 8. So we'll start with Autocross at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. So I have quite a few hours left on the 3rd tier Racing Dollar upgrades. And yeah, after this one, tier 9, then we're gonna get stuck in tier 10 until we get those upgrades delivered and installed, right? So in the meantime, we'll see what we can do here. Yeah, the cockpit view in this car is a bit much, isn't it? Like, huge rear view camera, but in terms of front view, the windshield is very narrow, like not very tall. So of course that does affect your visibility, especially when you're either climbing uphill or any kind of inclination going up or down. You know, of course, when you're going downhill, you cannot see like what's up ahead very far because you only see what's right in front of you, which obviously forces you to be very reactive driver rather than proactive driver. So that's no good. So bit of a challenge in that sense for racing this car in cockpit view, but the sound, it does sound better in the cockpit view, you know what I mean? Just have to drive with your ears, I guess. All right, so 48% done. So one more gold trophy for the 50% completion reward. We'll take that with the Hunter at Nürburgring. Yes, I sound very confident as though I already have it won. Well, when the target distance is 161 meters behind, well, yeah, you will be too. All right, so sprint circuit. Let's see, 46-second head start. Let's find out what kind of distance that translates to. And it is about 1.1, 1.2 kilometers. So not all that far ahead, and of course this car has some killer brakes, I feel like. So don't have to brake as early. And look at that, almost flat out through the corner number 2. Oh, that one I know I went too far into the inside, off track there. There we go. Beautiful grip, very nice. It's one of the more satisfying section of the track. All right, there we go, 161 and then some. Secured our first place. All right, Sylvia's getting away, but of course we got enough acceleration to keep up and then some. Makes the challenge a bit easier, right? All right, 10-meter gap between myself and the second place. And we'll push how far we can go with the car in critical condition. So there's a Halfway mark, 50% complete. Let's collect those 15 gold. So that is, well, halfway. And now if you want to jump, skip all the other goals and win, apparently the cost is going to be 615. Of course, 55 of it you do get back, but you know, I already invested all my gold in upgrades, so I'll have to run through and win this. Alright, so next, to wrap up tier 8 and get started on, if you will, the part 2, the second half of this limited time series, we're going to have a cup at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, road course, 2 laps, PR requirement 84.9, so we're still good with set up 2 upgrades across the board, each category, so 14 upgrades total. Of course, the gold upgrade cost, once again, 375. All right, 2 laps to go here. There we go. And anytime we come across Moises Gabby in the grid, we know it's gonna be a quite manageable slow grid. Boy, a bit of visibility issue there. The cars always bunch up on the inside more so in that corner. The congestion. This track is a nice one for this car, I think. A little too hard. All right. This car should be able to handle this corner on the outer rim, going flat out. There we go, quite easily. All right, on to lap 2. And Mint Crystal in second place, catching up. Am I in your way? Did you bring everybody else along with you? No, not really. This grid is rather spread out, so I'll do a little bit of a bumper car racing maybe. Take the inside and push you up, maybe. There we go. Dunk. Oh. That was bit of a revenge I have received from our friend Mint Crystal. Alright, time to get serious now, as these guys probably are not going to slow down on the outer rim section. And oops, I guess messed around a little too much. Well, I guess that warrants a redo. At least it's a pretty short race. It's 2 laps. And look at all those damages. Completely wiped out clean race bonus. All right. Let's check out what kind of lap time we have going here. So I did set the best lap probably from the first lap. and second lap, goofing around, end up blowing the lead. Alright, so let's have a redo, and maybe we'll get through this time without too much drama. I guess outside you can actually avoid any contact altogether if you stay just close to that wall, the barrier on the left. Alright, so got a nice lead. Gotta keep these bots at bay. Got that guy from the mini-map. I know, sometimes mini-map does come in handy. So the lesson here is gotta make sure I don't mess around on the outer rim once we hit it. Gotta start with the lead, since they will catch up and I will be kind of battered around. We wouldn't want that. So any kind of messing around has to happen on this interior section of the track. So let's try to gather the herd. Here we got like 5 of these guys in the back. Or 5, yes. Another nice block. Whoa, that messes up my plan. But hopefully they'll slow down enough that give me a chance to catch back up. Maybe. Ah, no. We're gonna have to redo this one yet again, as I got knocked out. Yes, in the straights. Alright, this time not even finishing on the podium. Too much messing about. A lot of extracurricular activities. All right. How's the lap time on that one? That one I actually did not set the best lap time either. All right. Maybe the third time will be the charm. You know what? I'm gonna let these guys just kind of clear the path a little bit before I even get started. Give these guys good, I don't know. Here's the start line, so we'll give them good 30-second head start, and then let's see if I can race a little bit more properly. There we go. Ah, that was a bit messy. Carrying a little too much speed. Alright, so these guys had almost the entire lap ahead of me. See if I can close out the gap, and maybe I'll get to win the race for a change. Spread pretty widely back here, huh? Did I give these guys too much time? Maybe. Alright, so 5 more guys to overtake, but I might have given these guys a little too much of a head start. 5th place. I see 4th. I can overtake 4th, but I guess I did give these guys a little too far of a head start. Oops. Alright, well, we'll have to give it yet another go, which is fine. I don't expect anybody would have this much trouble with this challenge with these setup bots. But I bet I have the fastest lap time on that one. A much cleaner race too, look at that. Alright, so let's check out. What do we have? 1:11, look at that. If you actually tried. I was about 8 seconds too late though. Man, the first 3, a big gap between the first 3 and the rest of the grid. So here, let's give this guys then what's a good head start? Maybe this time about that much time, 15 seconds. All right. It's a 15-car hunter. Alright, and these guys are still kind of bunched up. Not quite as spread wide this time around. So that's of course looking more promising already. And there we go. Significantly better run other than a minor collision. I'm gonna call it minor. I don't know if the other guy that got hit by me would agree, but alright, so heading into the lap 2 in 4th place is much more promising, isn't it? Alright, so there we go. Getting a good practice here at the brickyard. The front seems a little bit wider. Take the outside on that one. And our old friend Mint Crystal. How about a little nudge? There we go. You've done well, but you gotta let some other guys win too. Alright, lesson learned. Time to finish the race properly. I think that's a good lead. Boy, they catch up quick, don't they? Alright, finally, that took way too long. But at the end of the day, we got what we came for, the gold trophy. Alright, so that turned into a bit longer race than initially was necessary. Didn't quite get 1:11 this time for best lap, but that's a-okay. Alright, so that is that for Tier 8. Finally unlocks Tier 9. And we're gonna kind of hit a roadblock after this one, so well, let's press on to Tier 9. So stay tuned and we'll see you in the next tier.